know the Oculus Quest 2, right? The headset of the future. Although it is very cool in every way, I do have to say there are a lot of cons to go against it. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about all of the pros and cons of owning an Oculus. So I'm going to start off with the pros and cons of owning an Oculus. Starting with a pro. A pro of an Oculus is the open world. It is huge. Like, take that open world and turn it into the whole entire universe. And that's what an Oculus is. It gives you the free will to do anything. Now, seeing how I got a good pro, and let's get a good con in, shall we? A huge con to this is Facebook. So we all know Facebook and Meta are teamed up to make the Oculus, right? If you need a Facebook account to play it. Well, the thing is, Facebook isn't, in my opinion, is an untrustworthy website. Let me explain why. So just in general, hackers would hack famous celebrities like the Kardashians' Facebook accounts to make them say like horrible things, like racist stuff, just horrible things in general, to make them lose less followers. Well, now seeing how seeing how a lot of people have an Oculus, it just doesn't matter who they hack at this point, because they will hack people for their Oculus, which already costs $200. Oculus costs $200. Like, why? It's so expensive, especially with inflation. Please turn the price down, my guy. Anyways, so that basically mean the whole headset, the whole headset would be gone by hacking it, right? By a hacker hacking your Facebook account, which sounds horrible in general. Like, I paid $200 for this headset, and a hacker hacked my Facebook account so I can't play it. Why? Another con about this though is the battery life. Like, Jesus, the battery life on the Oculus sucks. Like, how come my phone, which is about half an inch by an inch by 3 inches, has a longer battery life of the Oculus, which is about 4 inches by 3 inches by 7 inches. To put in reference, my phone has about 14 hours of battery life and takes about 2 hours for it to fully charge. Yet my Oculus has a battery life of about 2 hours and takes 4 hours to charge. Like, what? Somebody explain that to me. And, well, I guess a decent pro with this would probably be the controls, or more importantly, how your inventory is held. And I think a certain game does it the best. The Walking Dead: Saints and Sinners does this very well. Now here's the inventory of The Walking Dead. Both your hips, your left and right hip, are for daggers and guns. Your left chest is for your flashlight. Your right chest is for your journal. Behind your left shoulder is for two-handed weapons, and behind your right shoulder is your backpack. Like, that is a very good inventory. And seeing how Oculus sort of lets you move around, do whatever you want, it matches it perfectly. Or I'm telling you, it matches it perfectly. That's about all of my pros and cons. Anyways, let's move on to my suggestions for the Oculus. My first suggestion is the game suggestions. And I know a lot of you guys are going to hate me for saying this, but Minecraft does not belong in Oculus. Alright? And the reason why is this. When you think about Minecraft, what do you think about? Its unrealistic engine, which makes it extremely hard to do in VR. Like one of the most important things you need to do in Minecraft is a water bucket MLG. And even, which is one of the most important things you can do. But in VR, there's not really an easy way to do that. Same thing with bridging. But these two survival games would work perfectly. And those games are Rust and Ark. The reason why Rust and Ark would work so well with an Oculus is because it has a realistic engine. Now, sure, they're not completely realistic. I mean, Ark is about dinosaurs. I'm not even sure what Rust is about because I've never played Rust. But they are somewhat realistic. They are decently realistic. I mean, like realistic controls, realistic things, like dealing with your first and hunger. Which is why it works so well. And another game that would work so perfectly with Oculus is Sniper Elite. Because you would have to actually time your shots with the sniper rifle in Sniper Elite, which would make it so much more, which make you feel like you're actually like you were sniping the Nazis. It would work so well. Same thing with Call of Duty. Like Call of Duty would work fluently with the Oculus. Alright, and they've already made a game like it, Pavlov. Anyways, I'm going to conclude this with game prices. Why does a good game cost $40? I mean, the Oculus barely goes on sale. Yesterday, I looked at the store. I scrolled through all of the games, and I found about 4 games that were on sale. Like, what? $10 for a... Sort of like you have to pay $10 for a horrible game, $20 for a decent game, and $40 for a good game. It ticks me off. And worst part is the headset already costs over $200, and there's no free games. There's barely any free games. Like, what was Oculus thinking about? Like, to conclude this, I don't have any hate towards the Oculus. It was a very cool design. It's very cool. It's a very cool design. I love the Oculus a lot. And I'm saying this with all truth, right? So yeah. Hope you guys liked this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hey guys, this is Future Mustard Gas here. Sorry, this is my first ever sort of video where I was speaking the whole time, alright? My first commentary, you should say. I should call it, at least. So that's why there's a bunch of stuttering during the whole thing. And it was one of my first times using my microphone, right? Which is why I was stuttering a lot. So, probably make more of these videos eventually. So, yeah, make sure you stay tuned to see my progression.